Would you be surprised if I told you that there was a cryptocurrency that's more expensive than Bitcoin? Well, Yearn.Finance has been to nearly $100,000 per coin and is the most expensive cryptocurrency in the space. Despite this, Yearn.Finance has nowhere near the market capitalization of Bitcoin, and this is because of its low supply. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down what Yearn.Finance is to anyone that's interested. Of course, if you enjoy the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, so it would be much appreciated. Also, remember nothing in this video is financial advice, and you should do your own research on these projects. So, for a quick bit of background, Yearn.Finance was founded by Andre Cronje and it was launched in 2020. Basically, Cronje initially founded a project called Yearn. However, this changed over to Yearn in 2020, and this is now the big project that he runs. Yearn.Finance is a group of protocols, and what they do is they run off the Ethereum blockchain. So Yearn.Finance is completely powered by the blockchain, and fees that are paid on the Yearn.Finance ecosystem are actually paid in Ether. So Yearn.Finance is overall very bullish news for Ethereum, and it's just one of the decentralized applications that can be run off the Ethereum network. So, we're going to get into what Yearn.Finance does and what it's actually used for. However, to understand what Yearn.Finance does, you need to know a concept called yield farming. So, we're going to go what yield farming actually is. Yield farming can also be referred to as liquidity mining, and what it means is you lock up your cryptocurrencies in order to generate rewards. So, when you lock up these cryptocurrencies, these cryptos will be used for a range of things, such as providing liquidity to liquidity pools. So when people buy and sell cryptocurrency, these pools actually have the cryptocurrency, and it could also be used for a range of other things. Yield farming could include being paid to use certain protocols. So when protocols are getting off the ground, what they'll actually do is they'll pay new users to use the protocol. They'll say, if you come and use our services, we'll pay you for it, and this is a product of yield farming. Of course, this is completely unsustainable, and a lot of these services will say, once we get 1,000 users, we're going to stop paying you, or once we get to this certain time frame, we will no longer pay you. So, locking up your cryptocurrencies to earn certain rewards sounds a lot like staking. However, it actually does differ to staking. This is because staking refers to locking up your cryptocurrencies in order to earn rewards for securing the network. So when you lock up your cryptos, it just goes into helping the network function. Yield farming, on the other hand, is locking up your cryptos for other means, like providing liquidity to pools or doing a range of other DeFi applications. Staking is effectively risk-free. This is because you always get a reward for securing the network and there's no fees or risk. Yield farming is risky, and this is because it costs a base fee to actually yield farm. You do need to pay money to then yield farm, and hopefully you can generate enough of a return to take out that base fee and earn more money. However, this doesn't always happen, and yield farming is very difficult for the unsophisticated investor to do, and it's quite inaccessible. This is where Yearn comes in. Yearn actually want to make yield farming significantly easier for DeFi investors. So, Yearn.Finance is an aggregator service for DeFi investors using automation to allow them to maximize profits from yield farming. The goal of Yearn.Finance is simply to make the DeFi space accessible for those that wish to interact with it. So, to use Yearn.Finance, all you'll do is you'll look up Yearn.Finance on the internet. Then you will connect your wallet to Yearn.Finance, and what you can do from here is you can supply your cryptocurrency to the network. So you could supply, say, Ethereum, Chainlink, Bitcoin, or any cryptocurrencies to the network. All will happen next is Yearn will start earning yield for you. This is an easy process where you don't actually have to do anything. Yearn is an automated service and an automated cryptocurrency that will automatically find the best way to maximize your yield farming. All this means is you don't need to go through all the complex crypto services like Curve, Compound, and Aave to try and get the best yield. Instead, a simple interface will do it for you. Decentralized finance can feel very overwhelming and very difficult to interact with, so Yearn.Finance makes it very easy for these unsophisticated investors to use the protocol. Now, myself, I'm an unsophisticated investor and I'm not that good at decentralized finance, so something like Yearn.Finance is very, very good for me. It takes a lot of the risk out of it, and you can just give your money to Yearn and they should earn yield for you, which is very important in the DeFi phase, and I do think there's a big space for it. It overall just makes decentralized finance significantly easier for investors and allows them to earn yield on their investment, which is quite important. So I do overall believe Yearn.Finance is definitely a very important cryptocurrency, and there's a lot of need for this crypto. So it has a very simple interface, as you can see on the screen. All you go is you just connect your wallet and you can supply crypto, borrow crypto, or do whatever you want. Of course, Yearn isn't completely risk-free and there are some risks that can come with the protocol, so you should be careful of that yourself. I personally haven't used Yearn too much, so I would recommend doing a bit more research into it. However, it definitely is the biggest DeFi aggregator in the entire market. So, let's get on to the Wi-Fi token. Now, the Yearn.Finance token is called Wi-Fi, however, it's spelled YFI. Obviously, this probably shouldn't be pronounced Wi-Fi, but this is how the management team of Yearn pronounce it, so this is how I will also pronounce it. So, Yearn's development team received no starting funds and there was no pre-mine. This is very unusual for cryptocurrencies, as generally the developers want to make a massive profit. However, in Yearn's case, the developers didn't really care that much about making a profit and they wanted to make it as equitable as possible, which I do like about the cryptocurrency. So, Wi-Fi has a fixed supply of 36,635 coins. Now, this is way lower than, say, Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrencies. Most cryptocurrencies have supplies of 1 billion to 100 billion, and Bitcoin supply is 20 million. As a result of such a low supply, this results in Yearn.Finance's price being extremely high. In fact, Yearn's price is a lot higher than even Bitcoin's price. Yearn has a market capitalization of 1.1 billion though. If it held the same market capitalization as Bitcoin, it would have a price of $27 million per Wi-Fi token. Right now, it's sitting at around $30,000 to $40,000 per Wi-Fi token. So, the whole point of the Wi-Fi token is to act as a governance token. When you get Wi-Fi tokens, this means you can vote on proposals in the Yearn.Finance system and you can upgrade the system. This is basically the only use for the Wi-Fi token, so it actually doesn't have that much utility, which does worry me about Yearn.Finance in general and investing in the project. In fact, gas fees are not paid in the Wi-Fi token, but rather they are paid in the Ether token with the Ethereum network. So, whenever people use Yearn.Finance, what they're actually doing is they're adding more value to the Ethereum network, which makes me overall very, very bullish on Ethereum, and Yearn.Finance is helping Ethereum right now, which is great, like a ton of other DeFi protocols. So, let's take a look at some of the statistics revolving around Yearn.Finance. I like to think of Yearn.Finance as a cryptocurrency business. This is because Wi-Fi actually generates money and there is revenue in this crypto business, dispelling the notion that cryptocurrencies have no value. In fact, this is how Mark Cuban suggests that you think of all crypto businesses. So, how does Yearn actually earn revenue? Well, Yearn achieves revenue through withdrawal fees, which are 0.5%, and gas subsidization fees, which are 5%. So, Yearn actually does earn a lot of money, and this money is then redistributed to the holders of the token and those that help the protocol operate. These people are called the strategists behind Yearn.Finance, and from what I can see, they actually do make a fair bit of money off the protocol. So, the first big statistic that I want to take a look at is the total value locked. As you can see, Yearn.Finance's price has gone down significantly. It's gone down from a market cap of 2.8 billion to 1.3 billion. However, despite this, the total value locked up in Yearn continues to grow. This means people trust in the Yearn ecosystem and more people are locking up their money within Yearn, which should add more value to the ecosystem. Right now, it's sitting at $4.5 billion worth of value locked up in the Yearn.Finance ecosystem, which is a significant amount, and it's one of the biggest DeFi protocols out there. If you are looking at this from a valuation perspective, it actually looks quite undervalued right now, as more people are using Yearn, more people are locking up their crypto, but the price is going down. Definitely something to note. So, On Twitter, I can actually find entire annual reports on Yearn.Finance, which is amazing, and this was written by someone on Twitter called Bant Egg, so this is quite cool to look at. And what they said is for Q1 of 2021, adjusted EBITDA was 4.8 million and 3.1 million was generated in March alone. So this is all the revenue, and they have entire balance sheets and revenue sheets surrounding Yearn. However, just in May, Yearn earned $10.26 million. So Yearn had significant use in May. Now, we do know that in April and in May, DeFi absolutely took off. So many more people were using decentralized finance, and DeFi's users grew from around 1 million to 2.5 million users. This explains why Yearn is being used so much, and it's growing 34% month over month. And if we translate this to annualized revenue, we can see that Yearn is actually earning $123 million per year, which is a huge amount. So, with Yearn earning $123 million per year, this means its price to sales ratio sits at 11.8 times. So this is an extremely low price to sales ratio, and all this could be saying is that Yearn actually might be quite undervalued right now. However, I am still a bit concerned about the lack of utility within the Wi-Fi token, and I wouldn't technically call it undervalued. However, I definitely don't think this token is overvalued. So, let's get into some of the real-world use cases for Yearn. The Yearn ecosystem is a coalition of several protocols in DeFi, and this can include anything. This can include the decentralized exchanges, the lending protocols, and it even includes an automated job fulfillment marketplace, yield aggregation, and institutional yield. So Yearn.Finance leverages the SushiSwap exchange to earn more yield, which is just a simple decentralized exchange. It leverages Cream.Finance, which is basically a lending and loaning service. It leverages Aave, which is also a lending and loaning service, and it leverages another thing called the Keeper Network. Now, this is an automated job fulfillment marketplace, and it enables users to post various jobs, and these can be fulfilled by other users. Now, I actually didn't know this existed until a couple of days ago. However, it sounds very cool. This just shows how much utility cryptocurrency actually has, with a job fulfillment marketplace being decentralized on the cryptocurrency networks. So, all the Yearn ecosystem does is allows you to deposit your funds into it, and you can earn yield from all of these different things. SushiSwap, Cream.Finance, Aave, Keeper Network, and you can just get yield from all of these protocols, which is very, very cool. If we take a look at Yearn's price, we can see that in May, when the crypto market was very, very bullish, Yearn was above $80,000. It was at around $88,000. However, with the recent cryptocurrency market crash, we can see that Yearn has gone all the way down to $30,000 per Wi-Fi token. So Yearn has had a major slump right now, and it isn't looking so great. Definitely, I think the best way to play this token would just to be look at valuations, see where you want to get in. Do you want an under 30,000 and what you want to do with it? Personally, I don't own any Yearn.Finance token, as I do like to put most of my funds into Ethereum. All it really is I'm just saying I trust in Ethereum a little bit more. I definitely like Yearn.Finance and think it's very cool, and it's something I'll continue to look at. However, I would rather have my funds with Ethereum, which is the network that manages all these cryptocurrencies. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We're going for 1,000 subscribers, and it would be much appreciated if you could help get me there. Also, if you have anything you want to say about Yearn.Finance, comment it down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching the video.